Pam Bondi did something no one expected, revealed a bombshell. The former Florida Attorney General took the stand and immediately shocked everyone with a stunning statement. What she said wasn't just a legal twist, it completely upended the case that had been unfolding for months. Bondi's revelation about Diddy's hidden basement added a whole new dimension to the investigation, making what was once a private matter public. The courtroom went silent as she described what had been concealed from the public eye. No one could have predicted the depth of what was about to unfold.
What was in that basement? Something truly bizarre. When investigators finally gained access, they discovered that Diddy's basement wasn't just a space for storage. It had been hiding something far more significant. It wasn't just about the physical space, but the things that were buried within it. The discovery sent shockwaves through the courtroom. Authorities soon realized that this hidden room contained evidence directly linked to multiple ongoing investigations. But there was more. This wasn't just an ordinary storage room. What they found inside painted a much bigger picture. It was clear that Diddy's attempts to keep certain things under wraps had backfired.
You're probably wondering, what exactly was in the basement? Well, the findings were as unexpected as they were incriminating. Amongst the seemingly innocuous items, authorities uncovered evidence that tied directly to several cases involving Diddy. This wasn't just a matter of embarrassing personal items. It was a critical piece of evidence that could change the direction of the entire case. The items inside the basement weren't just for show. They were directly tied to investigations that had been stalled for months. The hidden room suddenly became a central location in the case. It was as if the walls themselves had been keeping secrets all along.
The courtroom reaction? Utter disbelief. The tension in the room was palpable as Pam Bondi laid out the details of what had been found. The judge, jury, and even Diddy himself were all caught off guard. What they thought was a straightforward case suddenly became much more complicated. Courtroom drama isn't just about what's said, it's about the reactions. And when the bombshell about Diddy's basement was dropped, everyone in the room was left speechless. This discovery wasn't just about changing the narrative, it completely turned the case on its head. So, why was Diddy hiding this in his basement? What's at stake here? The truth is, Diddy wasn't just trying to cover up embarrassing personal details. He was protecting something far more dangerous. What was hidden in that basement could have completely derailed everything he had worked for, both professionally and personally. The stakes were high, much higher than most people realized. Diddy was facing not just legal scrutiny, but potentially career-ending revelations that he had tried to keep under wraps. What was in that basement was the key to unlocking a whole new set of questions, ones Diddy wasn't prepared to answer.
This was the piece of evidence that could change Diddy's life forever. Inside the basement, investigators found more than just physical items. They found a direct connection to allegations that had been hanging over Diddy's head for years. The discovery was a game changer. It wasn't just a piece of the puzzle. It was the piece that tied everything together. What they found went beyond the realm of a simple legal misstep. It pointed to something much more serious. As the evidence unfolded, the implications of Diddy's actions became clearer. This wasn't just about one mistake. It was about a larger pattern of behavior. Diddy's reaction was priceless. As the details about the basement started to unravel, Diddy's face went through a range of emotions. Shock, denial, then a forced calmness. His attempt to downplay the discovery was clear, but it was too late. The truth was out, and the courtroom wasn't buying his explanation. What was most telling wasn't the evidence. It was Diddy's reaction to it. The way he handled the situation spoke volumes. When the stakes are high and the truth is about to come out, how you react can say a lot about your involvement.
What happened next was no surprise. Public outcry exploded. The moment news about Diddy's basement broke, the public demanded answers. Social media lit up, fans and critics alike speculating on what could be hidden in such a private space. The immediate fallout was massive. People weren't just curious, they were outraged. The revelation sparked conversations about what it meant for Diddy's legacy and his future. The public's reaction wasn't just about gossip, it was about accountability. What Diddy had tried to keep hidden was now front and center, and no amount of celebrity could shield him from the storm.
Legally speaking, this discovery changed everything. The evidence found in the basement didn't just complicate Diddy's case, it opened up a whole new set of legal possibilities. Prosecutors now had fresh material to work with, which meant new charges could be brought. The basement wasn't just a physical space, it became a critical piece in a much larger puzzle. Legal experts have pointed out that this discovery might lead to an entirely new trial. What was once a simple case now had the potential to spiral into something far more complicated. The legal ramifications of what was found in that basement were huge, and Diddy wasn't prepared for the consequences.
So, why the basement? Why go to such lengths to hide it? Diddy's attempts to conceal the truth were far more strategic than people realized. This wasn't just about privacy, it was about survival. Diddy had a lot riding on keeping certain details hidden, and the basement was his secret sanctuary. But why did he think he could keep such a thing under wraps? It wasn't just about one mistake, it was about a much larger fear of what could happen if the truth got out. Diddy knew what was hidden in that basement could unravel everything he had worked for. He was protecting more than his reputation. He was trying to protect his legacy and his future. Legal experts are now weighing in, and they all say the same thing. This discovery is likely to extend the legal battle for Diddy. They argue that the evidence found in the basement opens the door to new charges, and the defense team will need to respond to new claims. Experts also point out that Diddy's legal team will have a tough time explaining away this revelation. It's not just a small detail, it's a key element that could potentially bring new charges to the forefront. The battle is far from over, and experts believe this is just the beginning of a much longer legal war. So, what does this mean for Diddy's future? The truth is, no one knows for sure. Some believe Diddy will be able to recover from this. It's happened before with other celebrities after all. But others believe this might be the final blow. The basement discovery could be the beginning of the end for his career. Diddy's future is now uncertain. What was once an airtight empire now has cracks. This revelation could lead to major financial and personal consequences. In the world of the rich and famous, one wrong move can change everything. As the dust settles, the fallout continues to ripple through Diddy's empire. More details are emerging from the basement discovery, and each new revelation makes things worse for him. The public outcry isn't dying down, it's only getting louder. And with every new piece of evidence, the pressure mounts. As investigators dig deeper, they're uncovering more connections that Diddy had hoped would remain hidden. This isn't just a single scandal, it's the start of a much larger unraveling. What began as a small secret is now a full-blown crisis. Can Diddy recover from this? It's a question many are asking. Some experts believe that with the right legal strategy, he might be able to mitigate the damage. Others are less optimistic, pointing out that this could be the end of his public persona. What Diddy does next will be crucial. Will he face the fallout head-on or try to fight back in the courts? Regardless of the outcome, the damage has been done. His future is now in jeopardy, and the world is watching. The truth has finally come out, and Diddy's life will never be the same. What happens next? That's still to be seen, but we're here to keep you updated on every twist. Stay tuned as we follow this explosive story.